Hey guys, welcome back to another video. You saw the title. Today, we're going to be exploring the Aston Martin Vulcan. So this is the first race I ever did with this car at completely stock. So everyone knows what the Vulcan is, and you can tell why I'm kind of happy to have it. This car used to be a legend in the old days of this game, and, well, it got buffed, and people say the buff was bad. It really wasn't. You'll see later on in the video what I think of the buff. But I bought the car for 20 bucks because why not? And thus I wanted to pro it. So I got everything needed to pro it in a day, and I did that. And in this video, you'll see me take it from completely stock all the way to pro. So this is my first test drive. Obviously, I did it on London because a British car on the British track. It only makes sense, doesn't it? Anyway, first thing I noticed is this car does have pretty bad nitro efficiency. I mean, I was driving my Audi RS4 Avant. You might be wondering why the RS4. I multiplayer tuned that car. I actually really like it. It's not that bad. But yeah, that car has really good nitro efficiency. So driving this car, I could tell this one has bad nitro efficiency. Also, its top speed's also pretty bad. 216 miles an hour. I don't know the kilometer conversion for that. But yeah. Not really that good. Especially considering it's 1326. So you're going to be facing 1410 cars with this car. Yeah, not really optimal whatsoever. Anyway, I'm coming first because it was a quick race. It's not like anything was going to change. So yeah, test drive of the Vulcan has been completed. Now, let's get to tuning it. So my initial plan with tuning this car was I'll tune it to 1410, then 1500, then 1590, and you get the point. So I started with top speed, and I figured this would keep me under, but it sent me over. So, yeah. I had a pretty big pause, and then I decided, okay, 1500 surely can't be that hard. So I got it to here, and then I got scared of that 10 mile an hour upgrade. So I went to nitrous, got it to 1480, then 1470, and then 1490, and then I'm like, okay, well, I can't do much. So I did a nitro upgrade, and that sent me over. Unfortunate. So, yeah, another pause. Then I'm like, okay, I'll just do the 1592. Because this car's max rank is 1598, so you just have to not do 6 upgrades. So what you can do is you can upgrade the acceleration to, like, level 4. I think I upgraded it to 4. I'm not sure. I believe it was 4. No, yeah, it was 4. It was 4. So you can leave off 2 upgrades on acceleration. You have to leave handling stock for 1592. So the tune is 4505 in exclusively max for 1592. Anyway, let's hop into the races now. Okay, so I did 3 races with this car at 1592. In this first race, we have the 911 GT3 RS, and we have Dark and his Ford Zilla, which he multiplayer tuned here. So I try to take the turn normally, and then a Mazzanti Evantra takes me out. Also, if you couldn't tell from the start, the acceleration is actually kind of slow. I mean, I wasn't expecting much because I'm only on max upgrades, but yeah, it was kind of not good. So this car goes 265 miles an hour at this rank. That's around 426 kilometers per hour. And on the 1590s, those go 434 kilometers per hour, or 270 miles an hour. So I'm only slightly slower than them. But I am losing to a Mazzanti Evantra right now, so I can't really talk. So anyway, I ran out of nitro because Vulcan nitro efficiency, so then I flat spin over here. I hit the wall, and then I continue coming. I figured I was not catching the 911, and then he wrecked. I don't know what's up with 911s. They're just not really that good. It's kind of disappointing. However, I did worse with this car. I really just dropped the ball. My plan was to tune it here and then there because, you know, Vulcan, legendary multiplayer car, so let's see where it does at all these multiplayer ranks. It didn't go to plan, but I still got 3, you know, different rank ranges tested. Sadly, not 1770, which is the one I was looking forward to. So Dark already won the race, but because I took the faster route, I was able to beat the Mazzanti Evantra. Oh, wait, no, it didn't. I tried to do a BTN thing, and then my car wrecked. Don't take risks in multiplayer. It's not worth it. So, yeah, because of my own mistake, I came in 3rd, losing out to the Evantra and Dark, but I beat the 911 who wrecked. And I wrecked twice. He wrecked once. I win. On to the next race. The 911 is also in this race. We have an H2 speed and that Mazzanti Evantra. Except this time the Evantra doesn't do so well. He didn't accelerate as fast as everyone else. So I'm right behind the 911. I accelerated as fast as the H2, I suppose, and then not as fast as the 911. So he still is still ahead. I try everything I can, but then the Vulcan bounces. It's kind of a weird car. It's not really that unreliable. It was just weird in this one instance. So because this is Cloud9, you know what I'm doing. I'm taking the tunnel route. You ain't stopping me. And, well, I figured I'd be able to pass 911 because the tunnel route is faster. And I've gotten relatively okay at the tunnel. And then I immediately messed up the tunnel. I lost a bunch of speed there. I'm like, okay, I can still probably pass this 911. I try everything, and then I stay on the tunnel and wreck. I hate the fact that's a wreck wall, and every time my car gets stuck on the side, I lose all hope. So anyway, the Mazzanti is to the right on that longer route, and the H2 is in front of us. We get in front of the Mazzanti, and because he is lower ranked, he's not catching us. So now it's just me versus this H2. He takes his lines wide, and I try to take my lines close and sharp, and it worked. I was able to get second place, despite wrecking. That was still kind of embarrassing. I almost lost to an H2 speed with my 1590 Vulcan. On to the last race. Everyone's in a 1592. Dark in his Fordzilla, Del Rubencito in his M4 GTS, and then we have some random in a Formula E. And they all out-accelerated me. So, I think you can understand what I'm going to say about this Vulcan tune. It's only max upgrades. You're not going to do well with it. It's like, no, just don't, please. It does okay. It's like my Pagani Huayra. I'll also have a video on that eventually. But, I mean, like my Pagani Huayra, it lacks the acceleration. And even worse, it lacks the nitro efficiency. The Huayra at least has good nitro. This car does not. At least not at this rank. Well, no, it doesn't in general. So, yeah, I wouldn't go for this car just to tune it to 1592. I hope nobody was planning to, because that would not work in any way, shape, or form. But yeah, it can do okay if you don't die. I mean, you can see right here, we're behind Del and Dark, not by much. I've closed the gap because of this car's at least decent drifting and handling. And I'm getting closer to Ruben because he's taken that corner wide, but I also hit the wall and took it wide. Anyway, you're coming down, Ruben goes left, I go right, I come up here. I don't make it to that part that I usually do. But as we come to the spiral, I do manage to take advantage of the Vulcan's drifting. I pass Ruben, and I almost catch Dark, but I had to ruin my line in order to not wreck, and Dark pulls away. So anyway, that's tune 1 of 3. We have 2 more, well, actually, no, it's not 2 more. We have 1 more tune to go, and then we'll get to see the car at its fully upgraded potential. Let's get on to the next tune. Okay, so going into the 1680 Vulcan, I had a very, very specific vision. If you know who Fjorm Films is, you might know of the 1679 Aston Martin Vulcan, which was the best tune possible without reaching 1747, which were like max Pro Vulcans. So I wanted to tune this car to 1679 because that was still in the 1680 rank range. So I started by proing the exhaust because that would give me a relatively sizable acceleration boost. And then I went for drivetrain, assuming I could, just get away with a little bit of it. And I did. I got to 2 of them. Then it got too close, so then I went with suspension. Got it to 1671, and then I didn't know whether to do tires or suspension. I had to go with suspension, and then 1678. I was 1 rank point off from recreating the legendary 1679 Vulcan. What a shame. What a shame. But yeah, the tune was 0325 for 1678, and even though it's not 1679, it's still the Vulcan at a certain rank range, so I put it in purple in honor of Fjorm Films. So on to the first race, we have Del Rubencito, who is returning with his 570S, a C7R, a Gentiaculin who's unboosted, an MP48, and most importantly, the guy who I want to die, that 48 Challenge Evo. So he gets into a fight with that MP48, and then I get next to him, and then he grinds me, and then I try to get off of him, and then I wreck. I was mildly annoyed, but I think the 48 Challenge Evo may or may not have wrecked. And I think that's Del Rubencito up front with his 570S. This is the Mirage, so I went left because I'm pretty sure this is faster than going right. I'm not really sure. I've never tested the 2 times. But I think when I've seen, world records on this track, people come this way. I'll have to double check that. So anyway, Ruben was just, too fast. I wasn't able to catch up. And, yeah, nothing was really going to change. So, yeah, that's race 1. second place, only to Ruben in his 570S. I did 4 races compared to 1590, where I did 3 races. So, yeah, came in front of everything else. On to the next race. We have Ruben in his 570S again, and we have a Skyline GTR SE. I get stuck in between both of them, so I guess I have faster acceleration than the 570S, but not faster than the Skyline SE. Anyway, this car's top speed is 280 miles an hour, or 450 kilometers per hour. The 1680s go 458 kilometers per hour, or 285 miles an hour. So yeah, I'm kind of scared here because that Skyline is faster than me, and he does have better nitro efficiency. I can still catch up to Ruben too if I drove correctly. But anyway, as the race was coming down, I needed to grab nitro, so I went for nitro. The other 2 cars took the longer route. We took the faster route. I went for the barrel in hopes that would keep me closer to Ruben, but then I realized I have to perfect nitro. This car's nitro efficiency is just not as good as it used to be. And that became even bigger of an issue when I tried to go for a nitro bottle and Ruben took it. So then I had to go for another one. And then you can hear the Skyline, and I get desperate, and I knock him down to get the last bit of nitro I need in order to finish the race. I'm sure that Skyline was really mad. I would be mad too. I mean, really? I was faster. Why didn't you let me pass? Sorry, Skyline, I was desperate. On to the next race on Venice Reverse. Ruben is back again. I guess you can tell Ruben's, appeared most of these races. And then, yeah, I kill an NSX. Vulcan's kind of a menace, to be honest. So, yeah, race goes on. I get past the turn at the start relatively well. I like Venice Reverse. I think it's one of my favorite, better tracks. It's, painful for everyone else, but, that's why I like it. Because, if you can get used to it, it's not that bad. I mean, if you hit the walls, though, you freaking die, and it sucks. But aside from that, it's not too bad. This part is definitely the most annoying. And in the Vulcan, I can't take it the normal way because I was doing bad with nitro, so I had to come this way. Then I had to widen my line in order to get the inside line, and then I have to, survive on these little nitro. Ruben is hard charging behind us in his 570S. Remember, he is faster and he has better nitro, but he doesn't have better handling, or he has around the same handling as me. So, yeah. And now, normally handling doesn't matter, but on Venice, I'd say it does. And I'm stealing all the nitro. So I successfully managed to take all the nitro from Ruben up behind, and with one decent turn at the end, able to pull away and get the first place in my Vulcan. Unless you count that quick race, but I don't. So yeah, this was the first ever win in my Aston Martin Vulcan. I was pretty proud of myself, beating out Ruben, a Huracan Stevo, and a GT. On to the final race. There's a GT or Nismo. Is he tuned? Anyway, it doesn't matter. He's not competition. The Centenario and the 570S are. So, the Centenario, I don't know how I found a 1680 Centenario, but there was one. That car could actually do pretty okay here, because its max rank is 1632. So, you do have some room to tune it. So, yeah, what happened there, you might be asking? I got desperate for nitro, and I looked for some nitro. I failed miserably. So, yeah, carrying on with the review of this car at 1680. It's actually not that bad, at least on the tune I did, because I got most of the acceleration out of it, and I'm not that much slower. It's not like the Corvette ZR1 where it's way slower. It's only like the MV412 where it's slightly slower. So I really don't think this tune is that bad. This one I recommend you tuning to. The 1590 tune, you don't. I mean, keep it there for 5 minutes maybe, but then go past. This tune, you can leave the car for a while, and then come back to it and use it, and then pro it later if you'd like. I wasn't going to do that. I was going to pro the car in one day, and so I did. And unfortunately, because I did not get a 1770 rank test, you can assume that the next rank I show you is 1860 at full pro, which it is. So, yeah, that's the 1678 Vulcan. It's actually not as bad as you thought. Yeah, I lost to this LaFerrari because of nitro efficiency issues, but on shorter tracks, this car does just fine. Anyway, let's go on to the Max Pro'd Vulcan. Okay, so this time I was just trying to get it to 1770. So I started with proing the drivetrain because that made sense, right? Get the acceleration out. That took me to 1746. One off the 1747 tune. So then I put suspension, and then that screwed me over. And then, yeah. There was no way I was going to tune the car to 1770. I realized that the moment the suspension made me 1763. So, yeah. I put the tires on, and then I realized, oh, wait, I could have just tested it at 63. Oh, well, I saved up enough resources to pro the car in a single day, so that's exactly what I did. The Aston Martin Vulcan is now mine at full pro. I'm so excited to drive it. Disappointed I didn't get to 1770 test it though. So on to the first race on Barcelona Reverse. I put it in the British Racing Green. We have Faraday's, Batistas, there's a Bolide, you know, the usual cars. So I come up here and go up this way because it's a safer speed trick, but it didn't work because Batista. That was kind of annoying, but it is whatever. So at this point, the car feels like a Centenario to me. Granted, I don't have the Centenario, but this car feels just like one. It has good acceleration, and, you know, I'll talk about the car's performance later. Again, the nitro efficiency is just no. The handling was good. The acceleration felt good. The drifting feels good. It's a decent car. But, yeah. So, obviously, it goes 508 kilometers per hour, 315 miles an hour. I don't know what you want me to say about a 1500 top speed. So I'm in third behind the Centenario and I believe a Faraday. I'm not sure who's in front. And I don't know what the hell's happening to me over there, but something happened. But with a double micro at the last turn, I was able to bring home second place, despite a chaotic race. And yes, I did lose to a Faraday Future. I might ultimate upgrade mine. Not sure. There will be a video on a vehicle I did ultimate upgrade though. So on to the next race. I believe Del Rubencito is with us in his Lamborghini Centenario. I got pit maneuvered by that Silver Lightning, which was annoying. I tried to micro that corner. It didn't work. It really did not work. Also, my Vulcan, I think, is a different color. I'm not sure if it's British green. It is not. It's that dark, like a navy blue. I thought that color looked pretty good. But I went back to red. I like my red Vulcan. So anyway, I'm in fourth place, you know, competing for fifth with this LVN. He dies a brutal death. Ruben is in front of me with his Centenario. Someone else dies, I believe. I don't know who it was, but someone did die. Yep, there you go. It was a Faraday, I believe. So Ruben and I are now second and third, respectively. And I can't catch up to him. He's in a better car. He's basically my car, but he has nitro efficiency. And that's what I would say kills the Vulcan, in my opinion. And somehow a Devel won. I don't know what was going on. There was Devels everywhere. On to the next race, where a Devel definitely would not win. Clifftop Run. We have a Senna, Faraday, a red Regera. And, you know, you get the point. So the Senna and I actually pulled in front to begin the race. But the Senna, he drove way better than I did. And plus, the Senna handled better. Source, I have both cars. You can trust me. So, yeah. The Senna's just staying ahead. I'm trying to stay my spot. But I'm still running out of nitro because the Senna is taking all of it. So I have to flat spin here. But because I'm actually kind of far up, it didn't really make much of a difference. Going for the barrel roll. I don't know what's going on. I think that's a Faraday Future. I don't know if he just teleported or he's just lagging really bad. Because he not only teleported just randomly, he's now on the long route. I'm like, okay, well, he's not winning this. Or he's not even getting second. I'm taking my second place home. So I'm just driving my stuff, you know, trying to keep it good. He teleports again. I really don't know what's up with that guy. Then he went off track. And then he teleported again. And then he finished second place. He stole my second. I swear to God, this is why I hate the Faraday Futures. I don't know if he was lagging or if he was hacking. Oh, he stole the win. Brilliant. On to the next race on Venice. We have the same Senna, Silver Lightning from Alps, so on. So this Cento de AC ran out of nitro, and then he died. So yeah, I was kind of annoyed about that. Then I overdrifted the corner and then hit the wall, and then I lost speed. I'm in second place now, competing with this Silver Lightning who bonks me into a wall. And yeah, it was very annoying, this race. Of course, it's Venice, though, and this Vulcan is actually pretty good on Venice. So yeah, Silver Lightning's right there to my left. I believe in front of us is a Devel 16. I don't know why that car was doing so good. And there's the Senna, who then does that. Well, it wasn't really their fault. It was just bad lines from my part as well. But yeah, I now am in fourth place next to a Centenario, but then I passed him. He probably hit my car in desync. So yeah, going for nitro, obviously go for the barrel roll. I can't do much to catch the Senna. I'm trying. And you can see over there, there's a Fenner. And the Senna wrecked. I was laughing at the Senna, and then I wrecked myself. No, I wasn't laughing at him. I was screaming no, because we're both in British cars. And I wanted us British cars to get, you know, the top two. But yeah, I noticed someone stopped at the end. There was this yellow Fenner. I don't know what he was doing, but he didn't even do the race. He just pulled to the end. So I parked up next to him. And the Senna also took notice. And then murdered himself. He didn't murder the Fenner. He just killed himself. So yeah, now me and the Senna, just two British lads, just, you know, attacking this Arabian Fenner, because that's what we do best. So he goes to get another run up. I move out of the way. He ends up stopping. Oh, there goes the Fenner. Then the Fenner respawns, and then he parks next to me. You know, I'm parked next to him. Now we're just waiting on the Senna. He slowly but surely will pull in. It's just a matter of time. Here he comes. In here, extraordinary, you got this. And there we go. He parked. And for the first time in forever, a selfie in an AZ14900 video. Can you believe it? With these three cars of all cars. These are the most random cars to take a selfie with. And especially my Vulcan's color. That's even more random. Then the disqualification countdown came. And it was a drag race against the Senna. However, I think he ran out of nitro. And I was just a faster accelerating car. So yeah. You know, beat the Senna. That was about that. On to the final race of the video. I don't even know who was our competition in this race. All I know is that it was on test site Omega and a Faraday did a Faraday thing. So this car's I was going to talk about the car's performance, and then I realized, oh, wait, something stupid happened. But then two other guys wrecked, so it's fine. So anyway, I had terrible luck with this car. I don't know why. Yeah, I just did. The luck I had in these races does not contradict the performance of this vehicle. This vehicle is not remarkable, but it's not garbage. People were saying, oh no, Vulcan buff was awful. Or it's so cool to see the Vulcan as a top car again. Too bad it's shit still. It's really not that bad, guys. It really isn't. Yeah, it's not as good as the Centenario, but, I mean, it's not terrible either. It has the Centenario acceleration. It has the Centenario handling. Has the Centenario drifting. It literally just lacks the Centenario nitro. That's the only thing that kills this car. Anyway, that's it for this video. Thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed. Subscribe for more content. Goodbye.